Right.
Yeah.
What, anybody got precepts on it?
Yeah, the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, and I'll start at 4. 3 verse 4. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. Yeah, so what is immortality? Living forever. You know, so our hope is the kingdom. You know, our hope is the kingdom, that we can get the kingdom. You know? And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh proved them and found them worthy for himself. Yeah. And in these days we're being proved. You know what I mean? We're being proved right now. Yeah. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them, and received them as a burnt offering. And what happens when you put something in the furnace? The impurities come out. You know, so you get a more purer substance. You know, and this is the spiritual, and this is the spiritual powers we were talking about. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. You know, to and fro like sparks among the stubble. You know what I'm saying? Can you guys get Obadiah 1, please? Obadiah 1 and 18. And in the time of the visitation shall they shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. Yeah, bring out what you got.
Yeah, so this is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 18. It says, "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble."
For stubble. And that is, and when is that? In the time of the visitation. And when is that visitation, that power that's going to be put on the men who are deemed worthy by the Most High? You know what I mean? And in the time of their visitation they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. So what's going to be happening in that time? A lot of ass kicking.
Hunting season, man.
They shall judge the nations. This is what's going to be happening. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love. And what is love? You know? What is love? Does anybody know what love is?
Keeping the commandments.
Matthew. No, it's not Matthew 5 and 17. What's Matthew 5 and 17?
John 14 and 15.
John 14 and 15. Yeah. Please get it down. Just to bring that. Yeah, just so people don't think I'm in love. You know, that what they've made love to be within this world. We're gonna get the true understanding of love. You know. Yeah, it says, verse 9, "They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect." He hath care for his elect, you know? Yeah, bring on what you got.
Alright, there's the book of John, chapter 14, verse 15. It says, "If ye love me, keep my commandments." And there's also another precept to that in the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3.
Yeah, look it out.
And so 1 John chapter 5 verse 3, it says, "For this is the love of the Most High,
That's right.
that we keep his commandments."
Okay, so what is...
And his commandments are not grievous.
They're not grievous, and they're especially not grievous to the men who have been chosen to keep them. You know what I mean? And so it says, they shall put their trust in him. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love. So what is faithful in love? According to the scriptures, the men who keep the commandments of the Most High, you know, shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he shall care for his elect. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations. Oh man, and their wicked imaginations are so vast and so many upon this earth, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken Yahweh. You know, this goes back to them scoffing. It goes back to them like in the time of Noah. All those people have forsaken the Most High.
That's right.
You know, but they've forsaken him this time now, and what's going to be the outcome of that? Destruction. You must remember, this is a time, 2020 is the time of prophecy. And what does the prophecy end with for this system of things? Destruction.
That's right, man.
You know what I mean?
Fastly approaching.
Yeah. For whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain. Why is their hope vain? You still think you're going to build up this system? You still think you're going to build up your economic system? You know, ease off the lockdown for a little bit, and you know the economic system will come up. The economy will start to get back. There ain't no getting back. Skid Row is getting bigger. 10 cities are getting bigger. You know, the unemployment rate is getting more and more throughout the earth. People are starting to fall upon each other right now. You know, homicides are increasing. You know what I mean? Soon you're going to have cannibalism in these streets. When the famine hits, then you're going to have that thermonuclear destruction.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So you guys who are tarrying to come to the Most High, you're tarrying and you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Hey, you better watch yourself, because the Most High ain't to be played with. You know what I'm saying? I'll just finish off here. For whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain. Their labors unfruitful. You ain't building up Babylon again. You hear me? And their works unprofitable. I'm gonna keep it there. I'm gonna stop there. And their works.
I just want to bring out a precept to a part that you read earlier in the Wisdom of Solomon. So in the Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3, and I think it was, verse 5. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy of himself. Now, you know, the sufferings that we're about to face, and the sufferings that, you know, a lot of us are going through at this very time, man, is not worthy to be compared to the glory that we're going to receive if we prove that we love him and endure to the end, man. Endure through these sufferings, you know. You think of it's the span of eternity, yeah? And you got this little time that we live, this little short existence in this wicked kingdom. In the span of eternity, man. If you look at it, like, think of about, say we were to make it to the kingdom, and you think about like 100,000 years from now, right? How much joy and happiness you would have lived in the kingdom, right? How many memories you would have. That would drown out any suffering that you're going through in this world, man. It would be like you had a nightmare years ago that you can barely remember. Okay? So don't just, whatever you got to go through to endure to the end and to be a faithful servant unto the Most High, man, endure it, man. Think of the span of eternity, man. You ain't gonna remember this. Whatever you gotta go through is nothing, man. Okay? So that's why you stick your chest out boldly before Esau, stick your finger up to him and tell him, F your chip, F your Maxine, man. Okay? And I got a precept. This is in the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 18. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Okay?
That's right.
So if you're faithful to the Most High up until the end, you're going to receive a spiritual body. You're going to leave this dirty flesh, this weak flesh. Can't even run a lap without being tired. Out of breath, damn near about to collapse. These bodies are weak, man. These are the chains of darkness we live in. Okay, so the sufferings that we go through ain't worthy to be compared to the glory that we're going to receive if we make it. So this is what we're striving for, man. There are bodies that are celestial and there are bodies that are terrestrial, man. There are two different types of bodies in this earth, man. Okay, it's just that right now we're in the terrestrial. But Lord willing, Most High willing, we make it, we'll get the celestial, man. And that's when it's game on. That's when it's hunting season, man. Okay, Esau ain't gonna be able to do nothing to us, man. One man shall make 1,000 flee, or something like that. The scriptures say, one man shall chase away 1,000 or something, man.
So just to bring out a precept, this is the book of Obadiah still. And this is chapter 1 verse 10. It says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever."
That's right.
So you're cut off, Esau, man. Don't even bother trying to come back into repentance. You can see all the violence that you've done. Look at your track record, your history. The Native American indigenous people, they just celebrated Thanksgiving. You can imagine how the Gadites and the Reubenites, how they must feel about this damn holiday. Yeah, let's celebrate that we murdered, raped and slaughtered your people. You know what I mean? And you parade it in their faces every year. Every year they have to put up with that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And also with slavery as well. You put us in slavery, you buck broke us, you did all kinds of fucking wickedness, and now you think you're going to be saved and brought into the kingdom of heaven. You're fucking crazy. Absolutely nuts.
I got a precept, man, because Esau, you are about to be taken out. You're not going to exist anymore. People will be like, where is he? The eye that has seen him shall be like, where is he? That's scriptural also. Most High willing, I'll bring that out in a minute. But this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and verse 10. And it reads, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself." We know who you are now, Esau. You're not able to hide yourself. We know who the wicked of the earth is now, okay? We know who the son of perdition is, okay? We're in the end times where the son of perdition has been revealed. And it's not talking about an antichrist with one damn eye that's going to come into power, and then his eye is going to be healed on national television, okay? This is not talking about that, you damn bug out Christians, man, okay? So it says that he's made Esau bare. What happens when a man is bare? It means he's naked, he's exposed. You got all kind of crap, adrenochrome, you got Pizzagate, Wayfair, you got all kinds of wickedness, child sex trafficking going on, and we know about it now. We're in an age of information, man. In end times, knowledge shall be increased, and this is part of the knowledge, man. The knowledge of who the wicked is and what the wicked is up to. Your track record, your dirty history that you try so damn hard to hide. Alright?
That's right.
It says, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself." It says his seed is spoiled. Okay? You dirty little Edomites running around this planet like you own the place. You're spoiled as in, you have everything you want. And you're also spoiled because your end is coming, man. And we're about to spoil you. You've spoiled the world, and we're about to spoil you, the scriptures say, okay? It says, "And his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not," because eventually you're going to be out of here. That's why it says he is not, because you're not going to exist pretty soon, man, okay?
Right.
And this world is going to thrive without you. This world is going to see righteousness spring forth. It says that the fir trees shall rejoice, everybody's going to break forth into singing. When have you ever seen the earth and everybody breaks forth into singing? That means everybody's going to be happy the day that you're taking off this planet, man. Because you are a big damn problem. And we're sick of it, man, you know?
Jeremiah 51 and 20. Sorry, wait for
No, yeah, go ahead.
Jeremiah 51 and 29. And the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. You know, and he was not. And that just goes, without an inhabitant. So your whole system will be crumbled. It's almost upon us. You know, it is at the door. You know, although it tarry, wait for it. It will not tarry. You know? That's what we as we hear, the mighty men of Israel will be raised up, and spiritual power will be given unto the men that the Lord chooses in that day. You know what I'm saying? And this is the book of Jeremiah again. Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy the kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and the rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. That's what spiritual powers, bringing down and putting these people in subjection. With thee will I break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captain and ruler, and I will render unto Babylon and unto the inhabitants of Chaldea all the evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith Yahweh.
That's right. That's right, man.
Yeah.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and start at verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Okay, who's the just? That's the Israelites, and the ones that are sighing and crying for the abominations that are done in the midst thereof, man.
Yeah.
Because right now the righteous are sighing and crying. You know, the righteous of the nation of Israel. You know.
That's right, man. Because even like the lowest devil in the society, if he had a chance to drink adrenochrome, or if he had a chance to take adrenochrome, I don't know how it's put in. If he had a chance to take adrenochrome to uplift himself in society, he would.
Yeah.
You know, if he had a chance to drink blood to be down with the men who he could take money, he could make money with, he would. You know, because if you look at the society, what are they really just concerned about? How do I look in my new car? You know what I mean? I've got this new car, got it on hire purchase. You know what I mean? And then they have headaches about that. If they could have that soft sort of living without the headache of debt, which these world bankers have put the world under, if they could have, they would do whatever for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They would do everything. So everybody is down with the evil that's being perpetrated upon the earth. Everybody's down with it because they are complicit. You know what I mean? It's only a few that sigh and cry about it, but everybody else, given a chance,
They'll do it.
they would perpetrate.
Precept.
Yeah.
I'm not finished yet. Let's hold that thought one sec. You know. And speaking on adrenochrome, Rick, like you gotta be evil as hell to even think of like how to produce that. Like how did that come about? That's pure wickedness.
And that shows you that they're living according to real ancient Babylonian witchcraft. You know what I mean? Even the way the whole earth is. That's why it says the Chaldeans. You know, or in all of Chaldea. What's it called? Babylon. You know, so this place is running on old Babylonian witchcraft that they still practice to this day. To this day.
So what I was reading in Habakkuk 2, I'm going to start it again. It says, in this verse 4, it says, "Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him." Because this man is proud. His soul's lifted up. His nose is up in the air like he's so good. Like he's so powerful and great and mighty. Like they call themselves white people because they think they're pure. They think they're righteous. They think they're holy. They think they're the superior, let's just say, man. When the Most High says they're the basis of all nations. It says, the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, because they don't know the way of righteousness. They're not upright. It says, this is verse 5. Yeah, also, because he transgresseth by wine, which is his philosophies, it says he is a proud man. So that backs up the fact that his soul is lifted up. It says, neither keepeth at home. And what does it mean when it says neither keepeth at home? That means that he doesn't stay in his own homeland, which is Petra. He's in other people's countries, taking over and taking what don't belong to him, man. Stealing their resources. You know, raping their women and you know, enslaving people. It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as death. So he enlarges his desire as hell, man. He can never be satisfied, basically, man. He just wants more and more.
The earth.
You know, inflation goes up, taxes go up, everything goes up, never down. He just wants more and more.
And when it says he is as death, if you look at him, he's the architect of death. You know what I mean? Through his
everywhere he goes, death follows, man.
That's right.
He is death, man.
He's weaponized every single thing that is touched within the world to bring forth death. You know, like his food, your food. You eat this food long enough. You know, it's bringing forth death because cancer rates are astronomical upon the earth.
And that's also because Esau was blessed with the sword. That further identifies who this is talking about, man.
Yeah.
This is why you got to jump around precept upon precept in this Bible. You don't just read it front to back and then just think you're going to understand this book, man. You've got to jump around.
Yeah.
It says, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these, meaning the people of the world, take up a parable against him? This is why we call you the devil, man. And we call you the pillagers and what is it? Pilgrims and colonizers, you know?
And like the world has seen now of his deceptive nature. You know, that serpent was the most subtle beast of the field. You know?
Right, man.
So the people have seen that deceptive nature, and really and truly, you know that you have a short time, so you're making a lot of mistakes. You know what I mean? So the people are seeing the deception of even this virus. You know what you've brought forth in deception with this virus. You know.
That's right.
So that's how it goes.
So I'm going to bring this to a closure. This is verse 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? You know, destruction. Woe means destruction. It says destruction to this devil that keeps taking things that don't belong to him, man. Conquering other nations. He took over Australia, man. Took over America. Everybody seems to forget that, and you bug outs out there have just celebrated Thanksgiving or whatever you could celebrate, you know, because obviously we're in this lockdown and stuff, you know, and social distancing. But you know, you're still celebrating Thanksgiving. A lot of you even know what Thanksgiving is about. Thanksgiving, should I say? You know, and you still celebrate it. You just say, oh, we're just doing it for tradition. We're just doing it to have a turkey and family time. Don't participate in it, man. Altogether.
He also implemented demonic principalities around the world, like the IMF, the WHO, you know, things like that.
That's right,
that
man.
have brought destruction to many nations. And
That's
places.
right. Destruction to this damn devil, man. It says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, and how long? I mean, how long is this devil going to keep getting away with it, man? It says, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, and thick clay means heavy debt. And the chief house of Esau Edom is America, aka Babylon the Great, and they are in trillions of debt. You know, trillions of dollars worth of debt, man. That's ridiculous. That's embarrassing, man. You ought to be a damn shame of yourself. You people are the laughing stock of the whole damn earth, man.
Yeah, but they're gonna wanna gangster themselves out of that. Like, yeah, what? I got your money, what? You know what I mean? And that's gonna be one of the factors that bring in the third world war.
That's right, man.
Because it's gonna be too much to pay China. He knows if he pays all this debt off to the people he owes, he's not gonna be as esteemed upon the earth as he is now. They ain't gonna have money.
They have no plans of paying this debt off. They just print money and live it up, man.
Yeah.
Knowing that because they're robbers, they're natural born thieves, man. The thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and destroy. And this is what these devils do. They fit every characteristic of the devil, man. They steal, they kill everywhere they go, they steal people's land, and they destroy lives, man. They destroy everything, they destroy the whole damn earth. Animals are going extinct, the air is dirty every damn where, trash blowing around like damn tumbleweed. You know what I mean? This man is the damn devil of the damn Bible speaks of, man. Death to them, man.